Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us. Jacqueline has the night off. Our top story, an arrest in a violent Sarasota road rage incident. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies finding and arresting the driver accused of deliberately crashing his car into a motorcycle rider last weekend in Sarasota. 30-year-old Magdiel Medrano Bonilla made his first court appearance this afternoon. He's charged with aggravated battery and driving a vehicle without a license. Detectives located his car on Tuesday, which was stripped of its tag, all four doors and the hatch, in an effort to destroy the vehicle and avoid criminal charges. Now the sheriff's office is looking to the U.S. Immigration and Customs to prioritize this case.
ICE just finished quickly placing a hold on this individual. So this individual tries to bond out and go back out into our Sarasota County community. He'll be held for up to 48 hours for ICE to review him.
Bonilla's bond has now been set at $20,000. There's been a nursing shortage in schools nationwide for years, and now it's affecting Sarasota County schools as well. ABC 7's Taylor Torregano spoke with the district's health services supervisor and a school nurse about that issue today, and she joins us live at Gulfgate Elementary School in Sarasota with more on the story tonight. Taylor?
Good evening, Scott. Kids will be kids and they can get hurt at any second. But what many don't realize is how much more the school nurses do than tend to those minor cuts and bruises. A bumped head.
So where does it hurt?
Cut elbows.
It's not too bad. Was that at PE or recess?
And kids that just don't really feel well today.
Do you need a blanket?
But this is only the start of Nurse Jackie's to-do list.
I could do anything from helping with an emergency, that we may have a student that has a seizure at school.
Seizures, diabetes, asthma, all examples of the high-risk conditions the registered nurses tend to on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And of the 4,200 kids in the district, about half are high risk.
The amount of time that needs to be devoted to a student that might have a high-risk condition so that we can keep them in the class setting, it's a lot. It takes a village.
Thanks to health room aides who can tend to anything but the high-risk conditions, the district has a good record of keeping the students in class.
Last year alone, we had 276,000 visits to the health room. Of those visits, 30,000 went home. The rest of those kids went back to class.
But it's that extra time many nurses don't have. There's 53 schools in the district and only 25 of them.
The National Association of School Nursing recommends a 1 to 750 ratio for nursing to student care.
Here in our district, that ratio is 1 to nearly 2,000 students, depending on the school. So some nurses have 2 schools they travel to and from, while others have 5.
It's kind of spreading me thin.
After 10 years at Gulfgate, this year Nurse Jackie is working at Felipe Shores Elementary too.
It's too bad that I had to be split into 2 schools now because it's all about giving the students the best service that we possibly can.
A service all the school staff are dedicated to providing.
Perfect.
The nurses are hoping anyone who's qualified to be a registered nurse in the schools to come forward to help with this shortage. They're also asking the district provide the proper funding in order to hire them. I'm live at Gulfgate Elementary. Taylor Torregano, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Taylor, thank you so much. We're glad that skateboarder didn't get into the office today with an injury. All right, let's get a check on our weather today. Such a gorgeous day and so different from yesterday. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Yes, indeed. Get a look at the Van Wezel webcam, Scott. Beautiful, gorgeous, clear skies out there. Great weather for skateboarding or sailing or whatever you might want to do outdoors. The skies will stay that way, too, overnight. We're looking for low temperatures tonight into the mid-50s in some inland locations, upper 50s near the coast. Currently, the temperatures are pretty warm, but it doesn't feel that warm because of that very low dew point temperature now. It's at 79 degrees, the actual temperature there in Sarasota, Orlando at 75. Key West at 82 degrees, dew points, again showing how dry things are. When you get in the 40s, that's considered winter month readings. A 49 is a pretty low dew point temperature. That means our lows tonight will be well below seasonal averages. High pressure slowly moving in from the northwest will keep a north wind around. And as I said, looks like cooler temperatures tonight, but we'll warm up tomorrow back to slightly above average. Temperature tonight, 11 o'clock under clear skies at 64 degrees. Should be a very comfortable night. And a cool start to your Thursday. Well, more on this cold front that's headed our way due to arrive over the weekend. Details on the timing of that coming up in a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. The sentencing phase continues for a Venice man convicted of murder. A Sarasota County jury found John Allen Lee guilty of killing his ex-girlfriend, Tracy Nabergal, and neighbor Jason Salter back in 2011. This is his third trial facing the charges after the first ended in a mistrial, and his guilty verdict in the second was thrown out. Lee faces either the death penalty or life in prison without parole. As part of National Crime Victims' Rights Week, Attorney General Pam Bondi honoring law enforcement officers and victim advocates at the state capitol today. 6 people were given awards for their work in helping assist crime victims across Florida. Bondi says while progress has been made in recognizing the rights of those who have been wronged, more must be done to help those who are often too scared to seek help on their own.
To reach all victims, we have to build relationships by listening and delivering culturally competent services that allow us to engage our community across professional, cultural, economic, and other divides while removing barriers.
Next week, Florida's Constitution Revision Commission will consider a proposed constitutional amendment that would say victims of crime and their families deserved more of a voice in the criminal justice system. Well, it's one of the highest honors you can get in combat, the Purple Heart, awarded to those who were wounded or lost their lives in combat. Many of those heroes live here on the Suncoast. Manatee County is now being recognized as the 25th Purple Heart County in the country. Next week, the county will be installing parking signs for Purple Heart recipients at 6 libraries and 42 county parks and public buildings. All of the signs were donated by the Wounded Warrior Family Support Foundation. Manatee County Veteran Services officials say it took 2 years to make all of this happen.
You know, when you think about these gentlemen standing behind me will never be made whole. They left something of themselves on the battlefield. We want to ensure that all the citizens of Manatee County every single day are reminded why we have the freedoms that we do in not only this nation but around the globe.
The state of Florida is also a Purple Heart state. Right now, it's estimated around 40,000 military veterans live here on the Suncoast. Well, here's a chance to help a Sarasota couple that lost both of their sons in separate tragedies. Mary Beth and Rob Ditmars lost their son Christopher to cancer in 2001. 14 years later, their son Jared was killed in a spearfishing accident near the Ringling Bridge. A nationwide foundation called Where Angels Play is now building the memorial playground in honor of the Ditmars. Mary Beth says she's glad the foundation chose their family to help remember the 2 sons.
I think every parent wants their children to grow up to leave a legacy, and our 2 boys are going to be part of this legacy of love, a place to play for children in a beautiful spot, and we know where our boys are, and we know they'll be looking down on it.
The Where Angels Play Foundation began after the Sandy Hook school massacre. Founders have since built, 47 memorial playgrounds around the world in the wake of the tragedy. They plan to rebuild the playground in South Lido Park next week, and a fundraiser is set for this Saturday at Evie's Tavern and Grill on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. It runs from 1 to 5. It's a family-friendly event. It will include live music, activities for the kids, and a silent auction. You can find more information on our website. Just go to mysuncoast.com. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Facebook CEO grilled by Congress on his second day testifying on Capitol Hill. And we'll get back to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for more on our first alert forecast for the rest of the week. And then, could where you live determine how long you have to live? We'll have details when we come back.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
Choral Artists of Sarasota presents Saints and Singers. The powerful voices of the 40 choral artist singers are joined by acclaimed mezzo-soprano Amy Jo Connors, performing John Rutter's arrangements of such beloved spirituals as Joshua Fit the Battle of Jericho, When the Saints Go Marching In, and more. The concert also features medleys highlighting hits from Broadway and the sublime music of Cole Porter. Sunday, April 15th, 7:30 p.m. at First Church, Sarasota. Tickets and info are at choralartistsarasota.org or by calling 387-4900.
CashNet USA is trusted by over 2 million customers.
Perfect. When I lean back, I trust that you will be there to catch me.
Okay, bad idea, bad idea.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Let's go right now to breaking news, a shooting that involved a police officer.
It happened about 1 o'clock this morning.
The investigators will be going door to door to these businesses.
We've got a couple of areas of low pressure that are going to be impacting our weather.
Issues in Manatee County, congestion. To avoid that, take the Green Bridge.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
In a surprise announcement today, Speaker of the House Paul Ryan says he is done with Congress. The Wisconsin Republican planning to put down the gavel, announcing his retirement to staff and GOP colleagues today on Capitol Hill. Ryan has held his seat since 1999 and took over leadership of the House in 2015. This move comes ahead of a tough midterm election that could have landed him the title Minority Leader.
This year will be my last one as a member of the House. To be clear, I am not resigning. I intend to full my served term as I was elected to do. But I will be retiring in January, leaving this majority in good hands with what I believe is a very bright future.
While Ryan is the most prominent Republican lawmaker to announce his retirement, he's not the only one. 23 other House Republicans announced that they too will be retiring, including Central Florida Republican Dennis Ross, who revealed his plans to not run for re-election today. The CEO of Facebook is back on Capitol Hill for his second day of hearings, and today the questions are tougher. Mark Zuckerberg answered to lawmakers on issues ranging from user privacy to Russian interference to censorship. Natasha Chen has more from Capitol Hill.
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg was under fire on Capitol Hill before the House Energy and Commerce Committee.
I don't think that's hard for you to say yes to unless I'm missing something.
Members grilled Zuckerberg in the wake of the Cambridge Analytica scandal that exposed the data of up to 87 million Facebook users without their knowledge.
If a company fails to keep its promises about how personal data are being used, that breach of trust must have consequences.
Zuckerberg revealed his own data was exposed.
Was your data included in the data sold to the malicious third parties?
Yes.
Also at issue, Russian manipulation of the social media platform during the 2016 election.
For as long as Russia has people who are employed who are trying to perpetrate this kind of interference, it will be hard for us to guarantee that we're going to fully stop everything.
The hearing took a political turn on issues regarding censorship. Democrats expressed concern over fake news spread by Russian trolls as well as hate speech, while Republicans called out the CEO for allegedly censoring religious and conservative voices. Hey, y'all! Including Diamond and Silk, the pro-Trump sisters who gained notoriety during the 2016 campaign.
There are types of content like terrorism that I think that we all agree we do not want to have on our service.
Let me tell you something right now. Diamond and Silk is not terrorism.
Lawmakers also pushed Zuckerberg to back legislation to improve consumer privacy. Zuckerberg agreed regulation of his industry is inevitable. On Capitol Hill, I'm Natasha Chen.
As lawmakers look to Facebook for an explanation of the recent data breach, some local online experts say Cambridge Analytica's tactics are more common than people realize. Here's ABC 7's Alan Cohn with a preview of tonight's ABC 7 at 7 story. Alan?
Scott, what we are learning in the weeks following Facebook's reaction to the data breach is that our information isn't as protected as we thought. Cambridge Analytica used a personality quiz to access private information of roughly 87 million users. It allegedly sold that data to the 2016 Trump presidential campaign. And the question is, can these tools be used in political campaigns right here on the Suncoast?
That wasn't a hack. That's information that Facebook puts out there and shares with other corporations.
And I think it is an enormous invasion of privacy, but people need to realize that whenever you are out on the internet, on social media in particular, your information is out there to the world.
Tonight on ABC 7 at 7, we'll talk to a local political consultant on whether we're going to see these types of techniques used right here in local politics. Scott.
All right, Alan, we'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Let's turn now to Bob Harrigan, and wow, the weather is just
it is fantastic
today.
out there right now. I tell you, Scott, you know, speaking of Facebook, I'm starting to get those messages now that they're saying that look out, you know, we've even not hacked, but someone, one of your friends, has actually had a downloaded program which was used to have that data, I guess, extracted from Facebook. Who knows? But kind of interesting how the whole dynamic's playing out right now. Interesting, our weather is turning out much better than it was yesterday. Scott, I'm going to show you the Lakewood Ranch webcam. Just the beautiful clear blue skies today. A few clouds now and again, but not many. Very hard to find one or two for that matter. And that's a result of this extremely dry air that has moved in. And we'll settle with this for another day or so. You didn't get a chance to see all these great photos that were sent in yesterday. If you didn't, here they are. Riding out the storm. This was a gentleman, Richard Deere, out in his boat. And this one here of just an incredible shelf cloud heading right on into Venice. That was Craig. And then Turtle Beach. Look at this. It looks like those clouds just dropping down south. That's the gust front out ahead of the heavy rainfall causing those shelf clouds. This one from Miami. This one, Arlene is over there visiting, and she actually sent that into pics at mysuncoast.com. Here's some rainfall totals, too, from yesterday's storms. 4.23 at Holmes Beach. That's the winner. Lesser amounts in places like Venice Isles. Northport, though, nearly 1.5 inches. Well, the weather headlines read like this. Chilly overnight. Low temperatures 10 degrees below average into the mid-50s, even some lower 50s inland. Cold front Sunday and big storms possible. That will be a first alert weather day, it looks like. That begins Sunday morning and continues throughout the day. Cool again on Monday and Tuesday. So we'll see another round of some very refreshing weather as far as that goes. Almost winter-like, if you will, early spring. But Titan radar picture showing no rainfall around here. That front well down to our south now, and high pressure building in and will continue to do so over the upcoming, looks like 48 hours before the next front arrives. Day planner. Looks to be another nice day tomorrow. Beautiful out there. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures warming slightly below average into the upper 70s for the most part. And we will see temperatures a little warming up. On Friday, we'll be back into the low to mid 80s inland and then mid to upper 80s on Saturday. The Gulf water temperature 78. That's our current temp in Venice, Inglewood, Northport, and Mayaca City. 77 now in Bradenton. A little bit cooler near Cortez at 75 degrees and temperatures in the mid 70s as well to upper 70s well inland. 80 degrees in Bradenton. Lots of sunshine up and down the coast from Sarasota to Venice. 77 now into Venice. The Futurecast is showing this high pressure ridge quickly building to the east of the state, allowing this east to southeasterly wind flow. That will moisten things back up as early as Friday, but more so on Saturday. You'll notice the mugginess will be back on Saturday. It'll feel much warmer out there on Saturday than it did today and tomorrow. Here's the next system developing. This is a Friday morning at 11:30. You'll notice the front starts to develop as the low pressure area digs off to the east, and that energy will head our way, it looks like, on Sunday. Temperatures currently 30s in North Dakota. Much warmer, though. Look at this. Detroit, 71 degrees. They're getting a little taste of spring weather there. Chicago at 71. The storm system, though, out west will eventually bring some heavy snowfall into the northern plain states and into the upper Mississippi Valley. Right now, snow showers into places like New York and also Vermont, New Hampshire. That snow has since moved out of Michigan as they're starting to get more of a south to southwest wind there. There's that major winter storm taking shape now over the central Rockies. It will move into the plain states, as I mentioned, over the weekend. You'll start to see that heavy snow falling on Friday and into Saturday, and that snow could total up to about a foot in places like, looks like South Dakota, even into Nebraska, getting some heavy snowfall there. For boaters tomorrow, winds will be out of the east. We'll start off at 15 knots. It'll turn around to the northwest in the afternoon at 5 to 10 knots, a moderate chop. The 7-day forecast looks like this then. We'll see 81 tomorrow, 85 on Friday, and then a little bit warmer on Saturday. It'll feel warmer, though, the higher humidity. Then the storms come on Sunday. Some of those could be strong. The timing still yet to be determined. We cool down, though, on Monday. High temperatures in the low 70s and pretty comfortable as well on Tuesday of next week. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's get a check on First Alert traffic. We're finding some congestion between Bradenton and Palmetto this evening. Traffic backed up heading north and south over the DeSoto Bridge, as well as heading north over the Green Bridge into Palmetto tonight. A little slow going there. In health news this evening, living in Hawaii may be healthier for you. Scientists say people in the Aloha State live longer than people in any other state in the nation. Mary Maloney has the details.
Could where you live determine how long you have to live? Maybe not entirely, but according to a recent study, it could have a significant impact. The study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association this week compared state-by-state differences in diseases and life expectancy at birth. A variety of factors were used to measure this in each state, including diet, obesity, elevated blood pressure, tobacco, and physical inactivity. In 2016, Hawaii had the longest life expectancy at birth at 81.3 years. California was a close second, with residents living on average to nearly 81 years. That's a huge improvement for the Golden State that ranked 24th back in 1990. Mississippi still ranked last, 28 years after the original study. Life expectancy at birth in Mississippi was 74.4 years in 2016. West Virginia and Alabama didn't fare much better. Both are under 76 years. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Pharmacists at CVS stores will soon have a new way to help patients save money on their prescriptions. The drugstore chain is rolling out a new program that goes beyond just substituting generic drugs. The software will look for all kinds of less expensive options, and then pharmacists will be able to ask doctors if they can make the switch. Strawberry season is upon us, but before you indulge in that sweet treat, be sure to wash them well. For the third year in a row, strawberries have topped the Dirty Dozen list from the Environmental Working Group. Researchers with a nonprofit, nonpartisan group ranked pesticide contamination in dozens of fruits and veggies. Spinach came in the runner-up slot, followed by nectarines, apples, and then grapes. The group says close to 70% of all non-organic food has some sort of contamination. Coming up, a charter bus crash leaves multiple cars overturned and destroyed on a Texas highway. And why dozens of life-size cutouts of Mark Zuckerberg appeared on the Capitol lawn yesterday.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured or arrested, I know this feels like the end of the road, but really it's the beginning of a long, potentially stressful process. So give us a call. Let us give you some peace of mind.
The Wild Broadway series brings you Funny Girl. Fanny Brice dreams of being famous and through sheer guts and determination becomes a star of the Ziegfeld Follies. Playing March 28th through April 15th, it's the songs and story that generations have grown to love. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. Don't rain on my parade. Come see Funny Girl.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotole Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
The Mark, Sarasota. Landmark living in the center of it all. A private oasis in the sky. Luxurious private amenities. Promenade shopping and dining. The best of downtown downstairs. Now under construction and priced from the mid-700s. This is life right where you want it. Call or visit our Discovery Sales Gallery today. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by the Culture Group.
fun for the whole family. The 26th Annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, benefiting special athletes of Sarasota County. Fossil vendors, arts and crafts, food, children's games, and live entertainment with headliners the Gator Creek Band on Friday night, Rockin' Rogues, Maiden Cane, Glass Onion, Kettle of Fish, Paisley Craze, and the Boogeymen. Admission $4, children 12 and under free. Parking is free. The annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, April 13th, 14th, and 15th at the Venice Airport Festival Grounds.
The La Musica International Chamber Music Festival, the annual celebration of a distinctive cultural gem in Sarasota, with renowned musicians from around the world. April 9th through April 18th at the Sarasota Opera House. Visit lamusicafestival.org, click on Festival, open tickets, and get your seats now.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Another charter bus crash, the third in the last week, this time in Texas. Police say the crash left one person dead. This aerial video of the scene shows demolished vehicles overturned on the highway. However, the charter bus does not appear to have any major damage. Troopers say 75 people were on the bus, and a person in one of the other vehicles was killed. Another was flown to the hospital in serious condition. An 18-wheeler carrying beer kegs lost control on an overpass and then plunged onto an interstate in Pennsylvania. Witnesses say the truck was barreling down a park and ride exit ramp when the driver lost control. The big rig went over the concrete railing, plunging more than 20 feet below. At first, the trucker was able to walk away from the wreckage and was taken to the hospital for observation, but at last check, he's now in critical but stable condition. Donald Duck, Pluto, and Tigger, just a few Disney characters authorities say drug dealers used to traffic methamphetamine. Law enforcement say agents seized 500 pounds of meth found inside wax figurines in Georgia. The figurines were mixed in with hundreds of legitimate ceramic-like Disney figurines being used as a cover load. According to the DEA, that shipment came from Mexico. The meth is worth about $2 million. Just when you thought you'd seen enough of Mark Zuckerberg, dozens of life-size cutouts of the Facebook CEO appeared on the Capitol lawn yesterday. About 100 cardboard Zuckerbergs were on display ahead of his Senate appearance, wearing T-shirts that read "Fix Facebook." Global activist group Avaz is responsible. The group has 46 million members around the world, and just a few weeks ago, the group put out 7,000 shoes on the Capitol lawn, representing child victims of gun violence, to call for greater gun controls. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Florida cuts millions of dollars in funding for the arts. The budget cuts are affecting arts and cultural organizations right here on the Suncoast. Plus, the Venice Community Center set to be used as a hurricane shelter, but can it withstand a hurricane's impact?
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Choral Artists of Sarasota presents Saints and Singers. The powerful voices of the 40 choral artist singers are joined by acclaimed mezzo-soprano Amy Jo Connors, performing John Rutter's arrangements of such beloved spirituals as Joshua Fit the Battle of Jericho, When the Saints Go Marching In, and more. The concert also features medleys highlighting hits from Broadway and the sublime music of Cole Porter. Sunday, April 15th, 7:30 p.m. at First Church, Sarasota. Tickets and info are at choralartistsarasota.org or by calling 387-4900.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
20 years ago, the moviegoers of Sarasota looked up at the silver screen and wanted something more. And they got exactly what they wanted. 20 years of some of the best independent films from around the world. The most iconic Hollywood stars walking the red carpet. The most glamorous parties in Southwest Florida. 20 years building up to the most exciting announcement in, well, 20 years. At the Sarasota Film Festival, April 13th to the 22nd.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.